Alright, so once again, this is an offline run I had yesterday in all A sites. It got world record, and so I'm gonna restream it now and give some commentary. And I'm putting it up to YouTube, so I'll still respond to chat, but I'll give at least a little bit of commentary because I want to put this on YouTube. But just to make that sure again, I'm not playing live right now. I played this yesterday. So yeah, one quick thing here is obviously you see me bunny hopping here all the time in the prologue, which is faster because like each jump accelerates you a little bit. Hi YouTube, hi mom, yeah. So all A sites is as of the like as of me speaking right now, the run you're watching is world record. But take that with a grain of salt because this category is not like anybody cares too much about. It's kind of a side category. So what exactly all A sites is it's pretty much any percent where you have to clear up until the summit, but you also have to clear core after that. So that means you have to pick 4 hearts to unlock the core, and yeah, then play through the core. So even though nobody really takes this category too seriously right now, it's still like this one is gonna be a decent time just because the stuff I will do I already practiced. Like I'm pretty decent at any percent, so you know, I get all the 80% parts right, and I also practice core, so it will be decent. Yeah, what's up, sticking points? So yeah, I'm gonna pick the first heart here, which so once again, to unlock core at the end, you have to pick 4 hearts. And we're actually gonna pick the first 4 ones, so the ones in chapter 1, 2, and 3, and 4. You could also take V-sides, but they're obviously way slower, and those are the fastest ones by far. Like Summit takes a whole lot of time, chapter 6 takes a whole lot of time. And maybe chapter 5 would be viable, but I still think all of them are faster. Like this one takes 20 seconds, the second one takes 20 seconds. 4th one also, I think the 3rd one takes like 30 seconds, but it's still fine. Also, if anybody who's watching this VOD right now is not familiar with all the movement techniques, there's a video on my YouTube that you can check out where I talk about all of that. I believe your credentials here. Dude, I was really tempted to pick up the cartridge there, or the cassette rather, because of all hearts, but didn't happen. Alright. So the strat in this last room here is pretty cool. We just skip the 2 blocks. We're just going up the wall. Yeah, thanks, sticking points. How you doing, by the way? I mean, once again, it's not like I care too much about the world record, but it's still cool. It was a good time, like, I'm gonna spoil that much. It's a decent time, for sure, that I got, so yeah, you know, I'm still glad. It could definitely be improved by probably, like, 2 to 3 minutes, but it's good. Oh yeah, by the way, don't care too much about the splits on the left side, like, yeah, it is a gold, but so this was my 3rd ever completed run of this category. But once again, like, I know all the stuff because it's mostly any percent. So one cool thing here about the second heart is that it's actually faster to restart the chapter after you get in the heart than to fall all the way down. Just because, like, you know, you respawn at the beginning of the level compared to if you fall down, like, you know, to the beginning of the level, that would take more time. Alright, so here you can do under these 2 rooms, and then in the next room actually with the cutscene is really cool. You see me actually spawn in the block, doing that strat. And I kinda fucked up my movement afterwards, so it didn't actually save time, but basically the way that works is when the cutscene starts, it puts you in the middle of the room. So it changes your, you know, your horizontal position, your X position, it changes that to the middle of the room. But it doesn't change your vertical position, like it just takes over your vertical position. So if you trigger the cutscene and then you go all the way up, and so once again it takes over your vertical position, so it spawns you in the block. And from there you can dash out. That's a really cool strat. Who found that? I don't know actually who found that. I saw the TAS do it for the first time, but I think actually, I believe it was found before the TAS, but I'm not certain. If not, then the TAS found it. We definitely knew about the property where, you know, they take over your vertical position after the cutscene. for a while, because you can also, like, doing that trick where once again it takes over your vertical position but puts you in the middle of the screen. You can also clip into the floor actually by going low. Like, you can stand on that one low part in that room, and after the cutscene you will end up in the floor. Yeah, what's up, Peter? Oh yeah, I fucked up there, but at least I didn't die. This was a kind of mediocre old site. I usually check my time when I exit that room, and it was 127. A good one would be like 122, 121. So I lost about 5 seconds here after what's optimal, but yeah, it's still okay. And then the movement at the end here, I say this all the time, but like, you'd think that this is easy. Which, I mean, it is. Like, there's no way pretty much you die here. This is actually one of the hardest parts in the entire speedrun, just because like getting optimal movement through this shit is impossible. It's kind of funny. Like, you can't die here. It's obviously casually, it's, you know, free, but speedrun wise, actually pretty difficult. Yeah, 2:04 is pretty mediocre. So a good old side time is like sub 2 minutes, which is possible. I think world record on old side is 153, but once again, it's still good. Oh yeah, you can skip going all the way to the right there by basically using that trick where it resets your dash when you go through a screen transition. Also, this might be the hardest screen in the entire chapter here, right at the beginning. Oh yeah, you can miss this key, by the way, sometimes, if you do diagonal after dash there, which definitely didn't happen to me before. Never. That would never happen. It's a 1 pixel window where you can miss that key, but it happened before. It's fucking ridiculous. Oh, that was an epic death. I forgot that happened. Yeah, that was just... Wow. It's a good death right there. Amazing. I had a few really dumb deaths this run. I mean, obviously it's not gonna be deathless, right? Like... Once again, the time I have is okay, but... It obviously wasn't deathless. Actually, I still know the amount of deaths I have. But obviously, once again, I'm not gonna spoil it. Alright. So the order you do these in, actually just, like, it doesn't really matter the order you do these in. But, so the way we do it is down, up, and then right. And it just happens to be the fastest because the spawn position where, like, Oshiro is on the screen after each section is the closest to where you exit the section. So right here, you know, I go out here and Oshiro is already there. And that's the case for, you know, for the next one too, where basically we will drop down below and then Oshiro will be right there. So it's just faster because, you know, Oshiro is closer to you after each section. But it's not a big deal. So now after this button we have to take the chapter 3 hard. So this hard is probably the slowest hard we take in this run, but once again it's still... So obviously the B-side hards are, you know, obviously slower than all the other hards we could take. So the only other hearts in question are chapter 5, 6, and 7, and I think all of them are still slower than this one. Although this one is, I'm pretty sure the slowest one to take. Didn't time it, obviously. Oh yeah, yeah, just look at this beautiful movement. This is not how you do it, but whatever. So actually the way this run came to be is, I did 2 offline attempts of this yesterday, and one I had to reset after chapter 4 because I had to go to dinner. So some of these gold splits are good, some of the earlier ones, but some of the later gold splits you would just find me gold by like 30 seconds sometimes. Because once again, I haven't really ran this category too much. But this was the second attempt that I did. I think I had an epic death on here. No, I didn't. Okay, never mind. So you retry there, like you take an intentional death there because you keep like the key persists through death, and it's faster to just, you know, retry and take the death and respawn at the beginning of the level compared to going all the way up there and then, you know, backtracking. Hey, what's up, Brad? I won't need good luck. So I'm currently, this is a run I got offline yesterday and I'm replaying it and it's world record. So thanks for the good luck, but I won't need it. Or maybe I will. Oh yeah, that's such a stupid death. So that's a really cool fast strat you can do here when you have hyper momentum going into the ruin, but that death, like with that death I couldn't do it anymore. Still alright. Your video player might crash? Yeah, okay, I might need luck in my, like, in VLC not crashing, that's a good point, I didn't think about that. Maybe the file will corrupt midway, although I did back up the file yesterday on my external hard drive. That was actually a decent section, believe it or not. That was almost sub 2. Not too bad. What's happening right now? I went away to get some food. So once again, I got an offline run. I got world record in all hearts yesterday. Not all hearts, all A sides. And I'm replaying it right now and doing some commentary, Hilda. That's all. I should probably put it somewhere on the screen, but it's whatever. I just hope that Ben won't take this time back, because I know TGH said he won't play this category. Because TGH hates core even more than me, which I didn't know was possible, because I fucking despise core. Not gonna lie, but TGH apparently hates it even more, so he said he won't play all A sides. So I just hope that Ben doesn't take it back, which he totally could be, like, could do. Like this... Oh yeah, that was close, by the way. Like, once again, this run isn't, like, unbeatable by any means. It's not like some crazy world record, but it's definitely a fine run that I was happy with. Especially since I just got it out of nowhere. Like, once again, this was like the only real attempt I finished yesterday, and it just happened to be a good one. So I'm glad about that. So there's actually a skip here, which you might have seen with the wall jump there, but I'm a pussy, so I don't do it. And now the SMB3 Easter egg. So once again, after this hard, you'll see me take an intentional death. So this is the second intentional death of the run. Actually, no, it's the third intentional death. I didn't touch on that earlier, but I also did for the first hard, so this is the third intentional death. Just because, once again, it respawns you at the beginning of the room, and it's faster than going back there. So yeah, 3 intentional deaths so far. Let me think. I believe there will be a total of 5 intentional deaths. If I'm not mistaken right now. I mean, we'll figure it out. I might be forgetting one, but as far as I know, I think it's 5. We'll figure it out. Really cool strat here. That strat is way easier than when it looks, honestly. I used to be really scared of that strat. And now this room is the one room you don't want to fuck up. If you mess up that room at the end, you lose like 10 seconds. Oh yeah. No, okay, I thought I died there. But here you can, with a really precise dash right there, or wall jump rather, you can skip a wind cycle here, which saves, I don't know how much time it saves, like 5 or 6 seconds. Like you skip one cycle of the wind. It's a pretty, you know, 6 seconds in this game is a whole lot, so... And it might be even more, I don't really know how much it is exactly, but either way it's a big skip. And it's as scary as it looks, although you can make it consistent. Also fuck the wind rooms, and fuck the snowballs. Daily reminder. Snowballs can fucking suck it. So I think this was Deathless Ridge, right? I think it was Deathless, but I don't remember. I mean, I'll see. So one intentional death. Yeah, okay. No unintentional deaths. So that was a pretty good ridge, honestly. Yeah, that's true, Hilda. It's like you see your doom coming with the snowballs for sure. So right here there's a really cool skip where usually you'd have to grab a red bubble on the left, but you can do this. Really good strat. Also kind of difficult. Oh, by the way, so to give you some kind of, you know, benchmark of how much time save there is over my PB had a 7.5 minute core. My PB of core IL is 4:45, I believe. So yeah, there's a like 3-minute discrepancy right there. Just putting it out there. So we will actually skip getting the key here and doing the, you know, the death intended thing here. Like you need to do this shortcut to get the chapter 5 hard, which is really neat because it skips getting the key. And I didn't get fogged here, so there's that. So once again, we need a total of 4 hearts to unlock core, and we got them already, which means that anything from here on out will basically be the same as any percent. So if you've seen any percent run, you know, this is familiar business. There's nothing particular about it. Which is nice for me, because once again, I played a whole shit of load of any percent, so this is where I feel more familiar with. Oh yeah, this was epic. Oh no, actually, okay, I thought I bonked twice, but still, one bonk isn't too good. Oh yeah, that's there's 2 strats there for that red bubble skip. Yeah, I personally find the one I use easier red, but I can see it. Like some people find yours easier. Whatever works for you. All right, so just gonna say that in this section, the one spoiler I will do. I actually thought about resetting in this section. This was the only part during the run where I thought I might reset. So people who are familiar with any percent probably knows what happens. There's only one thing that could piss me off here, to the point where I would reset a run that's a minute ahead. It's only one thing. And yeah, it's totally gonna happen. So right there. That guy is such a douche, and I'm glad. So this room it takes for fucking ever. So at least I'm glad he killed me in the beginning. Like sometimes he kills you at the very end of the room and you lose 20 seconds. That was still a 10 seconds death, which is terrible. But whatever. So ideally you want to enter this cutscene below 3 minutes. That was 3:10, so yeah, that death was terrible. I mean, even below 3 minutes is not that good. I think we're record enters like 250 or something. Oh yeah, right here, the epic skip, where you skip getting all these 2 keys. Skips a whole chunk of this this entire chapter. It's probably the biggest skip in the game, actually. Well, actually, not probably. It's definitely the biggest skip in the game. Okay, so I usually look to enter this cutscene below 4 minutes, so it's still fine. Though below 4 minutes isn't that good, but whatever. I almost missed that actually. So right there you throw Theo above the thing to the switch for you. And when you miss it, it costs a shitload of time. Also the thing you see me doing here all the time is basically right after I throw Theo, I do a dash jump or dash cancel or whatever you want to call it. And that's like a really quick way to move around with him. Yeah, the Kobe strats. Exactly. I've missed that before. I missed that actually. Oh yeah, that death happened. I forgot. That was the other point where I thought about resetting. So that's a like 12 seconds death or something. Completely my fault. I just shouldn't have picked him up again, but oh man. Right at the end of the screen. So that was the second worst death in the run. Actually, that might have been the worst actually. Yeah, what's up, Cadmium? That was really terrible. So even though like I'm, you know, once again no spoilers, my death count will be pretty low this run, like comparatively, but I had some of the most brutal deaths. The death I had right there was not costly at all, but those 2 deaths earlier on the Mirror Temple here were terrible. One was like 10, the other one was 12, something. Really bad deaths. And it shows. Because 530 Mirror Temple or 535, not good at all. So yeah, I lost time there too. That was by far the worst section. Like the Mirror Temple in general. By far the worst section of the run, I'd say. Reset, yeah. I mean, once again, I thought about resetting. After that first death especially. The second death I kinda just went with it, but even though the second death was worse, but the first death, that was the one death where I just really thought, ah fuck man, come on. But yeah, I stick with it. Hashtag no reset crew. Alpha gamer. I don't actually remember how this. Oh, yeah, that was epic. Didn't hold down. I don't remember how this went exactly. This is, I don't remember anything. To be brutally honest. Also, one thing to note is, while I was playing this, it was fucking freezing in my room. I was shaking. And I wasn't shaking because it was nervous, I was shaking because it was cold as fuck. That's the only thing I remember about this run. I remember the death count at the time, and it was fucking freezing while playing it. God dang it, dude. Oh yeah, this was also cool. Yo, thanks, Hilda. I practiced hard for that one. Oh yeah, I also fucked up neutral wall jumps there. Here's a really good strat where you can get ahead of the block and remove the, you know, the falling block and like before he hits it. That saves like 4 seconds or so. How does that even? Oh, is that alpha in? Well, okay, fair enough. That's alpha spelled out in Greek, huh? You could just do the alpha sign. That's enough, man. Alright, so seeing at how this went, probably wasn't too good of a segment. Once again, I really don't remember how my 6th chapter went, but so far it has been good. Really cool strat here, shout out to Bye-Bye, where you can destroy these 2 walls at the end really quick. I believe Bye-Bye found that anyway, I'm not certain actually, but I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah, here you can move under the block without having to, you know, hit it. And I think I fucked this up once. No, I didn't. Okay. So that's a really cool strat there, where basically you gain more momentum from a bounce, like from a bumper rather. If you dash into it and then, like, you know, before you get bumped out, you hold in the opposite direction. I did a poor job explaining that, but I think it makes sense, right? So you dash into it, and before the thing actually hits you, you hold in the opposite direction, and then you gain a way bigger, like, speed boost in distance. That makes you be able to skip the bumper there. Oh yeah, the skip is a bit tight, Rad. The skip is a bit tight. The one with the falling block. Like even if it's only like just barely touching the falling block, you know, when the charging block is just barely hitting the thing. Also retry here to because position use further into the screen. That's the 4th intentional death. But yeah, once again, the strat is really tight, Rad. Really easy to mess up. Actually, this wasn't too bad. So I usually check the amount of time. I also split there. But I check for what my all time is when I entered this, you know, the fight. And it's usually around 3:30, you know, preferably below 3:30 is where you want to enter this. This was 3:35 or 3:36 or something, which is, it's okay. Could be better, obviously, but then again, I did a few silly mistakes. Namely the dash at the very beginning and then not getting up the wall 3 times in a row. So there's a whole bunch of cool strats for this boss fight. One thing to note is that after you hit her, usually like, you get flung in a certain direction, and you can cancel that by dashing at a certain point. So pretty much every time after I hit her, you will see me dash again as soon as possible. Also, that was almost tragic. Yeah, what's up, Choice? How fast is it then in comparison to just dashing? Which strat again, Cadmium? Oh yeah, you mean the retry. So the intentional death I took earlier, that one is actually hardly fast, if fast at all. Because it's not certain if the intentional death I took earlier is faster at all than moving through the room. But we think it's faster anyway than moving through the room. It's definitely faster than just dashing, but if you do hyper dashes through the room, it's just as fast. But retrying there, just, you know, it's just as fast as moving perfectly through the room. But obviously moving perfectly through the room is way easier to mess up than just retrying. So that's mostly why we do it. It's easier and it's just as fast. I mean, it's not like everybody does it. It's only been found like 3 days ago as of this recording. But it's a neat little strat. Oh yeah, this is definitely not how you play out this room. I think I messed this up like really bad. Yeah. This is not how you usually play this room. So really cool strat here where you can save a cycle by going right there. Saves the cycle at the end there. Cool strat. Oh yeah, I messed up the movement here. There's that. Yeah, what's up, Nadix? That feeling when can't even produce new content. Come on, man. Would you rather have me just upload the offline run than replay it and commentate it? I think this is better than just uploading it. Can't even give me shit for it. So this was a kind of mediocre chapter 6, but everything below 7 minutes. So this is 6:52. Everything below 7 minutes is acceptable for my level of play at least. I think our record is like 6:13, but they're insane, so we don't talk about them. Yo, thanks, Sticks. Alright, so obviously 2 dashes, you can do a whole bunch of crazy strats with that. Like 7 has some of the coolest speed strats, because 2 dashes is even more freedom of movement than you'd normally have. And actually, if I don't remember, if I remember correctly, I think the 7 went pretty decent. I mean, we're gonna find out, but I'm not 100% certain on that, but I'm pretty sure it did. Not enough swearing. I'm sorry, man. So I really didn't pay attention during the run at all as to how my time went, honestly. Which is why I don't remember anything. Because once again, the only thing I did give a shit about during the actual run was A, I was fucking freezing, and I just tried to play well. So I don't really remember how good this went, but I think it was fine. Not enough tilts. Yeah, I wonder. I can't be tilted about a world record run in, you know, that I'm not even playing right now. So you can go under these blocks, both of them. It's pretty nice. So right here at dash, you need to get out of the animation. Once again, it's the same as when you fight battle line, where like every time you hit this battle line orb, you get flung in a certain direction. You can cancel that by dashing early. I'm beginning to think this run is not even live. How about it's just usually is never so calm when you're playing Celeste? Yeah, I wonder. You might be onto something here, Tricon. Not enough soul. Come on, guys. Albert is so good doing insightful commentary and playing at the same time. Just shitposting. God dang it. By the way, for the people that are blessed and watching this on YouTube, you can see my chat in the bottom left corner. You didn't realize so far. I'm not just talking to myself, although I'm partly, but not always. Oh yeah, this was... No, okay, I didn't die there. I don't know what... I died there the other day. I guess I thought of a different run. So this was a decent segment. Let's see, I think 230... Yeah, 237. My goal for this in any percent is 235, I believe. So this is pretty good. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about here. Headliner's time loss confirmed. Nah, that was fine. Oh yeah, this room is just all kinds of scary. So it's hella long. To get the fastest cycle, it's tied in like multiple positions. And if you die, you lose like 20 seconds. Yeah, cool strategy where you just go under all of it. And right there I messed up a bit, but it's fine. And once again here, there's a really quick cycle you can make that is kind of tight in certain places, so... Spoiler, I got it, but just look at how tight this is. Right there, and then right here, and the ending right there is tight. Almost got it by that. Hi YouTube, if you see this, please don't watch Oddbot on Twitch. It's really a poor way to use your time. Agreed. Word. Oh yeah, right here we actually go into the secret room. Just because it's faster. We obviously have no business with the strawberries, but... Not enough cycles. Wait, come on man, I did all the fast cycles. Alright, so you can actually go under here, but I was, once again, I was a bit shook this run. Especially because it was fucking cold! Oh yeah, this is Fundamental Property, where these blocks kinda get pushed with a bit of leniency, so this happened. That death was quite epic. So yeah, these blocks they get, you know, once again, there's a bit of leniency, where they get pushed a little bit. Oh yeah, that also almost happened. But doing this strat, you can skip this entire auto-scroller, but I fucked it up once, so I didn't even save time at all. If anything, I lost time because of the one death and the mess up at the end, but that's whatever. It was still fine. Oh yeah, good death right there. Wait, what the fuck? Alright, I'm sorry, I just... Okay, so... If the people who are reviewing this... It's not spliced, come on guys! If the people who are reviewing this... are watching, No, it's not crashing, so what happened is I wanted to mute myself because it was coughing. And apparently... apparently, the hotkey I used to mute my microphone is the same as changing the speed of the VLC player. So yeah, I'm sorry. That happened. I just wanted to mute myself because it was coughing. I'm gonna do it again, but this time without the hotkey. So really good strat for this room where... Oh, actually I fucked it up, well... But that was kind of the gist of it. And right here you can skip getting the red bubble on the bottom by doing this kind of neat skip. And 5th intentional death of the run. So these are all intentional deaths of the run now, all 5 of them. As far as I'm aware. I don't know if I die on intentional core, but I don't think I do. He kicked it into 2nd gear. You can't even upload on Speedrun.com anymore. I have this run uploaded without commentary on my YouTube, so I guess if they, you know, I don't think they even watched the video because, you know, I proof moderate Shovel Knight, and let me tell you, I don't watch any videos. Actually, that's not true, but like people who proof moderate the Speedrun.com pages, they don't check the entire video. So I don't think they will even realize, and even if they do, like, they won't mind because I can just send them the video. It's whatever. Alright, let's see. What a bad mod. No, what? It's like everybody does it. Especially on the Celeste Speedrun.com page, there's 4 moderators. 2 of them hardly do anything for like 200 runners. You think they watch all the videos? They don't watch shit. We have like 10 moderators for like 20 active players on Shovel Knight or 30 active players on Shovel Knight. They have 4 moderators for 200 active players. You think they watch everything? Come on, man. They don't watch shit. By the way, they should get a new moderator. Or more, honestly, but whatever. Not auto-scroller skip? No, I did auto-scroller skip, I just fucked up. But yeah, you can go under the doors there. Well, there, you know. There, that's a minute ago. But yeah, I didn't do that. Oh yeah, this was epic too. I was scared shitless when this happened. Man, I need to work on the summit. So I think world record time on summit is like 9:20 now or something. This one looks like it will be around 10 minutes 20 or 10 minutes 30. That's like a minute to say if I need to work on this. Alright, that's a story for a different day, I guess. Oh yeah, look at this. So real talk, I was scratching my hair. In that exact moment, I thought, oh yeah, I could take, you know, my hand off the controller for just a second there, at least my right hand. I was like scratching my head or something. And of course, exactly there I died, and so you have to press jump after each death. Like when you die, you press jump. to skip the death animation. And because I didn't have my hand on my controller, it didn't happen, so I had to watch the entire death animation. It's like it's such a nice sequence of unfortunate events. I don't know what I was scratching. I know something was itching and I was scratching myself there. I think it was my head. Doesn't matter. It's not the point. The point is it was just unfortunate. So yeah, it looks like 10:30. Summit, we'll see. Yeah, maybe sub 1:30 or 10:30. I mean, yeah, 1:29. Ha, 1:29. Let's go. That's still shit. All right. Yeah, what's up, Grunt? So yeah, skip cutscene here. 15 deaths so far, 5 intentional. So this is 10 deaths so far, 10 unintentional deaths so far in total. Which I'd say is pretty decent. 10 deaths is respectable. Yeah, what's up, the Munch? What happened to the world record after they changed the timing? Yeah, they didn't change full game timing. What is the difference in any percent? So right here, I will do core. And this is where I need the 4 hearts that I collected earlier. And now I have to do this one more chapter. So, you know, the difference with core is that you only regain your dashes upon screen transition and upon collecting those gems. So you have limited dashes. There's a few cool strats here like these where you can basically dash while you're in a crystal. And you can have 2 dashes still. So right here, that's an epic skip, and I first tried it. So this is where I knew this was gonna world record, because that skip right there is kind of difficult. It's not like super, like, it looks really precise, and it is really precise, but it's not like, you know, terribly difficult. Like, you can get it down consistently, but like, if you mess it up a few times, it's really easy to lose time on there. Like, each time you fuck it up, it costs like 6 seconds. So when I got that first try, I knew this was an amazing pace. And that skip right there skips having to go all the way to the right. And activating, like, you know, like switching a switch here to make it freeze. Because usually you'd have to freeze there, like to, you know, while it's cold. And then the fire blocks are, you know, ice blocks and they move slower. But yeah, you can skip it. So that's one of the biggest skips in the game. I think this might be... Nah, I think the skip in Chapter 5 is bigger, but this is like the second biggest skip. I'm not 100% certain that one though. And this is also where there's a big chunk of time saves, because on my last run, which I did like 2 weeks ago, like this PB, yeah, see. 1.5 minute time save, because my PB, like when I did my PB, I didn't really have too much strats for core yet. But I've done all hearts runs since, and I had to practice core for all the hearts, so... Oh yeah, this was... that was an epic death. But yeah, ever since I've practiced core, and so there's a huge chunk of time save on here. That death right there was really unfortunate though, although completely my fault. Oh yeah, Grant, this is a pre-recorded run. I'm just commentating over. That was kind of scary, but it's fine. I almost died there. That always scares the shit out of me, but it didn't happen. So here you can skip like all of these red blocks by doing a hyper wall jump there, which is really neat. And on this room especially, I was really scared because it's really easy to die at the very end here, because like sometimes you're not high enough to reach that dash crystal right there. And if you die at the end there, it costs like 15 seconds. Which happened to me the other day in an all hearts run, so I was really scared about that room when I did this run. Yeah, this score's pretty good so far, Tricon, except for that one death, I agree. But well, let's continue. So this was epic. Let's just say this was epic. Yeah, that was a death. I just messed up everything there. Like there were so many possibilities for me to save that, and I fucked up every single one of them. Like there were so many mistakes there. I had so much leeway, and I just kept messing up. Alright, this used to be one of my least favorite screens in the game, just because I hate feathers, and this one is one of the more precise one, but it went fine. And now the last screen of the game that you can die on. And spoiler, I didn't die. So that means I have a total of 17 deaths in this run, 5 of which are intentional, so a total of 12 deaths for this entire run. So the only thing left here is this home stretch where there's no way to die, it's just a bit of movement. Actually messed up some movement here, so ideally, right here I actually have to fall twice down the screen, because I didn't gain my dash back once there. It was still fine, didn't cost too much time, but it's a bit sad. And now after you collect this heart, you return to map because it's faster than like watching the end cutscene. And now this is my final time, 43:06. And we'll see the complete time as in, you know, the decimals. I go to epilogue here, so once again we gotta look at both my deaths and my time. So 43:06,686. 17 deaths. Once again, 17 deaths, 5 of which are intentional. So 12 unintentional deaths total. And that's a pretty good run. Great run, you forgot to turn off your microphone though. Thanks, man. Alright. So once again, here we have the end screen. Okay. So yeah. I'll put this on YouTube. This once again is the world record on all A sites as of now. Pretty okay run, I'm decently happy with it. Could still be improved, so I think like a 42 to 41 is more than possible. I think with a like really amazing run, like an actually like insanely good run, I think you could go under 40 minutes. But like that would take a lot of work. Like under 40 minutes is like pushing it pretty far. But I think it is possible. But like a 41, 42 is, you know, would be a really good time. So I don't know, I might still run this in the future again, but for now I think this is a pretty okay time that I can rest on for a while. So yeah. Thanks for watching the world record, I guess.